everyone. I am Kashia Sharice. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Big Business Spotlight, where small business is transformed into big business. Today, we have our guest that will be giving us a little bit more information on her product. Hello, how are you doing today?
Hey, how are you doing? I'm
I
so
am doing.
excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited for you to tell others about your product, which is amazing. First, what I'm going to do is ask you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the product.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for this opportunity. My name's Tamika Hall, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I am the CEO and one of the radio hosts on I Worship 96 FM radio. We're heard in 60 countries with over 5 million listeners every year. God is so awesome.
Yeah.
I also am the founder and the chief designer of Tamika Inc. So I work with authors from all around the globe to help them take their books and put it into print. And I'm really excited because, now God has really allowed me the opportunity to be able to release my very first product called She's Ready. And I'm so excited that you have me here to talk about that. And then on top of being a businesswoman, clearly, I think everybody's noticed I'm a woman of God, unapologetically, but I am also a mommy, which is, one of my favorite jobs that I have. So that's who I am.
Great. Wow, that's a lot. You wear many hats. You
Girl.
are amazing. You're needed in many areas, so that's always good to be needed. How long have you been selling this product? And tell us a little bit about the process, because I know it's a process behind it. Can you tell us a little bit more about the product, what it does, and the back behind the scenes with how you made it and all that?
Yeah. So, like I said, it's called She's Ready. And what She's Ready is a natural body deodorant pill. So it is an internal deodorant. And it's plant-based. So 100% plant-based. So it is gluten-free. It's vegan for those who are interested in those great things, but it's plant-based, primarily made of a chlorophyll concentrate. And what it does is when you take the capsule, you can take one a day, and it literally deodorizes you from the inside out. So taking one a day guarantees you, once it gets in your system, that you're going to have fresh breath. It clears away the body odor from your armpits, your groin, foot odor as well. Now, that doesn't mean you can't exercise good hygiene. You got to still have good hygiene, but it is an internal deodorant. And just the backstory of it, it really was born out of desperation. It was something that I needed. I picked up the phone, started cold calling manufacturers all around the country to try to figure out a solution to, just body odor, not just major body odor that I'd kind of suffered from since, I turned about 12 or 13 and needed to wear deodorant. But also just I wanted a more natural, approach to good hygiene because with aluminum that's connected to cancer and different things like that, and so having a plant-based deodorant was definitely the way for me to go.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I'm glad that it's plant-based, because I am now 100% vegan due to digestive issues. Yeah. So this is amazing because I can still take it and don't have to worry about the side effects of chemicals. So that's amazing.
No. And that really is the beautiful thing. I mean, believe it or not, you'll kind of start smelling like like grass. Your bowels, not that that's a pretty thing to talk about, but it takes away like the harmful smells that usually come out of us, and you really don't have a smell at all.
I love that.
Yeah, there really isn't one at all, and it's been the reaction to it has been amazing, because it's really just been helping women all around the globe. It's been insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. And what type of form does what type of forms does it come in?
Well, good question. Thank you for asking that question. And I'll actually pull one out. It's actually a capsule. So the way I wanted the manufacturer to create a capsule and not just a pill. A lot of times you'll get pills and they're kind of powdery, but the the agent that we need to deodorize us from the inside out is actually in a capsule form. So the great thing is you can actually break it apart. You can put it inside of a smoothie if you wanted to. Yeah, because I have some folks, honestly, my own children who are teenagers, one doesn't like to take pills. The other one prefers that over any type of cough syrup. So, go figure, right? But there are a lot of women that when I was kind of doing my research, which I kind of did for almost 2 years, they didn't want to take a pill. So it's in a capsule form. And like I said, you can break it apart, put it inside of your green smoothie because it will turn your smoothie green. And so as long as you're not afraid of green color,
Yeah.
then you can actually get your daily dose of it just like that.
Wow. That's amazing because I'm
Yeah.
one that I don't like taking the big horse pill. So being able
Yeah.
to actually break it apart,
Yep.
put it in something like I drink smoothies all the time, or even like you can put it in like a drink or like a juice or something like that as well.
You absolutely could. I mean, I have found that having the natural sweeteners like strawberries sweeten it very well. Pineapples do really well with that. I've even noticed oranges, and I like to kind of mix all of those together. Um, so it's just really a matter of what your taste buds are like and what you like to taste, because it does somewhat have that leafy taste to it.
Mhm.
So whatever drink you're putting it in, I would just say just know that there might be a leafy taste to it. And so I like to put it inside of my smoothies because I oftentimes will put spinach in my smoothie and different things like that. And so it doesn't taste nasty to me like that. It actually just kind of adds to the overall flavor.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Okay, and
Hmm.
where do you ship? Do you ship all over international, just
Yes.
US right now? Oh,
No, we're shipping global. And
wow.
let me tell you, I was blubbering, literally just crying and sobbing on Saturday, about 11 o'clock our time. One of my customers from Japan,
Oh,
um, yeah, reached out to me and talked about just how this has literally changed her life. I mentioned a few moments ago that this really was born out of desperation. I'm one of those women, we're taught to be polite. We're taught
yeah.
to smell great all the time. We're told that's what we're supposed to do. Like, that's just, we're supposed to do it. But what happens when your body functions a different way? And so I was one of those women that I was searching for years. I went to doctors. I was like, look, I'm like, I do everything I can to stay on top of this odor, and it still kind of starts creeping in as
Mhm.
soon as I sweat. And so, like I said, it was born out of desperation. When I could not find a solution, I started researching for one. And so it's amazing when I have other women around the globe who are saying, thank you. It brings tears to my eyes. And like I said, just the fact that she was like, this is the first time I've been able to be comfortable without having to
Wow.
freshen up 4 and 5 times a day. I mean, that was me. And actually, that's not just her story. That's a lot of women just last week that were saying that. They were like, I'm used to having to freshen up all day long and I don't have to do that anymore. What an amazing, yeah. Because I remember the first moment I was able to not have to wash 5 times in the day, because that's just kind of what it had built up to. I remember when I was able to start throwing away shirts because
Yeah.
they kind of had the little sweat stains and stuff. And then but I could throw them away because I'm like, girl, you know, you can buy yourself some new clothes and not be worried about them having any type of residual odor. It really changed my life, and it's been a blessing to see that it's blessing other women also. And I will tell you this, it's strong enough for men also.
Oh,
So
that's a
yeah, this
blessing.
is this is actually a unisex product. I mean,
Oh,
it's just that my audience is women. And so,
right.
I was like, let me talk to us women, because I mean, I don't know if men are actually embarrassed by these things, but I know as women we are. And we
Yeah.
don't have that conversation. And so when I was like, Lord, are you sure I'm the one that's supposed to say something about it? I was like, we got to go after the queens, and we got to make sure that they can, get what they need. But yes, men can actually take this product as well. I
Oh,
just
that's
haven't thought of a
amazing.
name. Like, somebody was like, can you make something called men? He's ready. And I'm like, no, because that's not masculine. But so
Yeah.
we're figuring out something for them. But in the
Okay.
meantime,
Mhm.
ladies, buy She's Ready and share it with your husband or your
Yes.
loved one.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great information. So the next question is, what is the why behind your business?
My why for once is personal. The other, like I said in the beginning, I'm a serial entrepreneur, and so some of those were born because I wanted to be able to make money. I wanted to control my hours in a day. I wanted to be able to create legacy for my kids. We all have different reasons why we do things. This is what I can say was totally selfish, but in a good way. Um, the why was me. And now the why is every woman, every teenager that has battled this issue and needs an alternative. And the beautiful thing about it is it's not just for people that are suffering from major body odor. It really is just a natural deodorant. So anyone can use it. But the beautiful thing is that for us who have had that issue, it literally is a game changer for us. And so now that is my why. My why is I call it body confidence in a bottle.
Yeah.
And so my why at this point is really empowering women all over the globe. You give a woman a dose of confidence, baby, she can do anything. She can literally conquer any room she walks into. She just feels confident to take over the world. And so that's the why at this moment.
Wow. So this product has definitely impacted your life all the way around 360. And then you're impacting other people's lives on a daily basis. That's amazing.
Amazing. You know, nobody knows what it feels like to walk into a room and be afraid that when you leave, you're going to leave an odor behind. We want to leave a good impression, but you don't want it to be that impression. And unless you've ever suffered from it, people have no idea how crippling it really can be to be worried about that all the time. And so, yeah, it's been amazing. Even just with the way that I communicate, you know, a lot of companies that sell supplements and things, a lot of times you're going to reach maybe somebody that works there. You'll reach their computer that already has pre-scripted prompts to come back with your questions. When people reach out to the company, they're talking directly to me. They're literally talking to me. And I knew that I needed to do that. It can be overwhelming because I'm getting, you know, questions all night long, but especially right now, it's necessary. And so it's been a beautiful thing.
Wow. So your product and how you have brought it to the forefront and how you're doing it, because only you can do it that way, is impacting people all over the world. Yeah. Give us a little bit of insight on some of the responses and feedback that you've gotten from women or men that have used the product.
The beautiful thing is that I actually have had men that have reached out through the website and said, hey, listen, can I, you know, is this going to work for me? I'm like, absolutely, it will work for you. And so I love that they're saying that, and that they're asking that question. And the response has just been, it's really been a beautiful thing. Like I said, I haven't had anything negative yet. Some women have said, you know, it's taking me a little bit longer because actually I'm reaching out to them first too. So as soon as somebody orders, I'm connecting with them within a few days to say, hey, how's it going? You know, and everybody's body is different. So some folks will see a change within 24 hours. Other folks, it might take them 48 hours. And some have even had to wait maybe 5 days. Now, I will just say, you know, if you get this product, again, some people can take just one pill. When I very first started, I started with 3. So I took one in the morning, one with lunch, one for my dinner. And then once it got in my system, which only took a couple of days, then I dropped down to 2, and now I'm down to 1. And, you know, I actually was teaching dance 6 hours a day, hardcore dancing with little ones, kindergarten through 8th grade. And I did not wear deodorant. I don't wear deodorant. I don't have to because I'm deodorized from the inside out. And the response from women has been, I cannot believe how my life has transitioned. Those are their actual words, some of their actual words. Wow. I had another young woman that said to me, this has boosted my self-confidence. You know, I had somebody else reach out to me and they were a friend and said, you saved my friend. Yeah. Like, how do you not cry? I mean, I'm getting weepy about it right now. But when I have people saying, you saved my friend, she didn't want to go out, but your product saved my friend. It's just like, you know, it's painful when you are embarrassed to walk past people or to be in a space. It can be really painful. And so to hear somebody have the same reaction that I did, you know, they say, well, I stepped out on faith and I didn't wash up every day. I mean, all day. I just went out with my first shower, my initial shower. And then for them to be excited like I was, because I remember calling my mom on the phone and be like, Mom, I didn't have to wash it all today. You know, I remember that. And for somebody who's never dealt with it before, that sounds absurd. But for these women to have this reaction and for them to say, thank you, they're also throwing away shirts. They're like, I don't even need these anymore because they had all these undershirts. They're like,
Hmm.
I can throw those away. Oh my God. It
Oh,
is the best. It's like Christmas every day. It's Christmas every day. And I'm just,
wow.
I mean, I'm literally sending them voice texts, and I'm like, thank God. Listen, if they weren't saved before they came to this company, they're going to be, because I'm like, and I'm
Thank
crying.
you.
I'm like, thank you, God. Like, I'm like, God, thank you so much. Because it's not me at the end of the day. He's the one that even created. He ultimately, it came from God. And I'm so grateful that he connected me with a female owned manufacturer who was able to take what God already gave to us naturally and put it in a form that can just literally change our lives. It is the best feeling ever.
Wow. I can say that I remember I had days where I used to sweat profusely underneath my arms, especially when I was giving a speech or something like that in class.
Yes.
It was so embarrassing. I would try to hide my underarms, and then I have that dark spot underneath. And I tried different products. Some were chemical. They irritated and
They
burnt my
burn.
skin.
Yes.
I had to stop because I knew it was a chemical reaction and it could have further implications down the line. So I just dealt with it. And now I did transition to a more non-chemical base, but having what you have, Tamika, is a godsend.
And I will say, a lot of women have said that. I notice within myself because I sweat very badly as well, and especially when I'm nervous. It doesn't matter how many times you're a talk show host. It doesn't matter how many times we do it. We still get nervous, and sweating is that natural reaction for me. And I have noticed a reduction in the sweating. And the beautiful part is in the reduction of the sweating, even when I do sweat, there's no odor. So see, what people don't understand about odor, it comes really from our sweat glands. And we have sweat glands all over the place. So our skin is just full of sweat glands. And so what happens is when you sweat, we all have bacteria that lives on our skin. That sounds so gross, but it's the truth. I do not want a magnifying glass to see it. Because I just don't even think I could wash myself enough to get it off. But we all have bacteria. And so when we sweat, the bacteria basically attacks the acidity, the acid that is in our sweat. That process is what releases an odor. Some people have odor from it, other people don't, because we all have kind of different types of bacteria. So really, it's not your fault, and that's what that's what I've been able to say to women. It's not your fault that this is happening. Men, this is not your fault that this is happening. Your body does this, and so this product literally targets the bacteria causing odor. It targets that bacteria that causes the odor, and that is how it's able to really release nothingness. I mean, like your sweat it has no smell. It's the coolest thing ever. And like I said, and just people all over have been saying that they're finding themselves dry at the end of the day. Now, I mean, I know everybody has a different reaction to it, so I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to be. When the product came about, I was just looking at it for the odor saving factor. But the sweat reduction has been a beautiful surprise out of it. Yeah.
Wow, you have just given us a whole health class here
Right.
on the whole process of sweat glands and how
I
your
had to research
product.
it.
Yes, I
I
love
said,
that.
God, like, what is going on? Because I'm telling you, I was hurting myself. I was showering 5 times a day. I was hurting myself. And I was getting sick and legitimately sick, going to the you know, the emergency room and things like that, having infections because I was washing too much.
Hmm.
And so after that, I was like, there's got to be something. I'm like, I refuse to live like this for the rest of my life. I was putting deodorant everywhere where it's not supposed to be. I didn't care. I just wanted to make sure that I stayed dry and didn't have an odor. And so this has been coolest thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have to tell us, how do we order?
Yes. So in order to get your bottle of She's Ready, and initially we were gonna start shipping in September. I couldn't. I've had so many women say, "Can you please send it to me now?" I'm like, okay. So I've been shipping already, but go to she'sready.co. So she'sready.co, and you can order your bottle, and it'll be shipped out within 24 to 48 hours. So, and of course, there might be a little bit of lag time just because of still kind of what's going on with the world, but yeah, I'm getting it out there to y'all. I'm getting it out there to you. I was like, I'm not going to make you wait. It's just in time for summer. So
Oh, Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yes.
Now, do you have anything else you want to add? We're definitely going to get your social media handles and also your, you gave her your website, but anything else you want to add before we get to that?
You know, I don't think so. I mean, what I would just say is that for, any female or male who this is something that you've experienced, there really is hope. I have had folks that have literally gone to endocrinologists about these issues and they were not really able to be helped, and they're being helped with an all natural product that came directly from God. So there is hope for that. And then if you are the type of person where you just want a more natural and healthy way to practice good hygiene, then this supplement is for you as well.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Can you leave us with your social media handles so that we can follow you?
Absolutely. So please, once again, go to she'sready.co. And then you can find me on all social media. That's on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter at She's Ready Co. So
Oh,
She's Ready Co. And then you guys can connect with me as well by going to tamikahall.com. And that's the hub of everything that I do.
well, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Tamika. You have given us all sweaters hope
Yes.
for a better future.
Yes. Listen, we're
So,
conquering this world now. Sweat
yes.
free and odor free. I love
I
it.
love it. Well, thank you so much. I want to thank you for joining us and telling us more about your product. We're definitely going to go out and support and buy. So excited for everything that you're doing. Go to her website, guys. She has a lot going on, a lot of services that she can help you with. So definitely check her out on her website. You will see them below. And I want to thank everyone for joining us today on Big Business Spotlight with Tamika Hall. And with everything that was said today, dig deeper than you ever have before. Good night, everyone.